And welcome back, everyone, to our 50th episode of The Mist Taken with this lovable group of reprobates who, in their last adventure, continued their exploration of the Amber Temple, doled out some treasure, well, sort of, Greed sold some treasure, should I say, and then put it under lock and key. Dealt with Vilnius and his treachery to try to release one of the dark powers. And upon preparing to leave, they encountered the descent of Bucephalus, Strahd's nightmare, but not with Strahd on its back. Instead, it is Rahadin and, to Katia, a rather familiar figure, Olga, now transformed and monstrous with a serpentine tail and spider-like arms. She, almost in one fell blow, almost brought down Katia's father. And with them came a group of 4 earth elementals who have been throwing boulders at the group quite painfully. Misha was not prone, but I'm going to say managed to maintain their position on the back of their mount for the time being. And I'm going to take you all now to that map so that we can continue the combat. Yippee!
Yay!
And we're starting off with Aster, who I did activate it, but yep, there you are. It hadn't brought you over.
We
There we
did
go.
end. We did end with Katia being basically completely surrounded.
Yep.
And that's where we left off.
Well,
Yeah, we left off at the end of the initiative order from the first round.
Yep. Well, yeah, I will begin, which is first order of business. I'm going to use a spell slot for once in my insane life.
Oh no, Aster's bringing out spells. The extra numbers. Oh, and
Oh
you've
no.
gone for the air spirit?
Yes. So the reason is it's going to grapple Casimir using its attack action to grab him.
Yep.
And I don't think that Casimir is going to resist that.
No, but he is currently restrained by Olga.
That doesn't mean I can't try to pull him.
Right.
But because they have flyby, they're not affected by opportunity attacks. And they're going to try to pull Casimir using half their movement, which is a flight speed of 60, 30 feet back into the cave, basically. And this is not the right token. Me and Chris made a token. It didn't go through. Maybe he didn't set it up. Maybe it was... I could set it up in the meantime. But,
Yep.
But yeah, essentially, that is my goal, is to pull Casimir 30 feet.
Okay.
Deeper.
I need to remember how that works in terms of brain function for a moment. In terms of
So technically, force movements break grapple, and pulling someone while you're grappling them is a force movement.
true, but does force grapple break restrain? I suppose is the difference.
Technically speaking, it's not his movement speed that's happening.
True. I'm actually not sure on this. I need to.
But
I'm gonna have them in this case because they're trying to pull them out of the snake-like tail that's constricting them. I'm gonna make it an opposed check, I think. But you'll have advantage because Casimir is also trying to break out. So
okay.
if it was just grappled, I would just let it go. But because it's restrained, it's a bit
That is
more.
a 24.
Oh God, I don't think they can beat that
that's
unless
that.
they also net 20. Yep, you are. You didn't even need the advantage. Okay, with that, you're able to use you're able to break the restraint and
Yeah.
drag them back.
And
Um,
that would be 30. So full
yeah, I'll put
Casimir
them
up
right
there.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And
then
are you getting up from prone or are you staying prone?
I'm getting up from prone. So yes, I stand up. I still have 20 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
Um, so I will stand up from prone, and then I will 1, 2, 3, and duck around the corner with my last 5, and then Tarnish is going to grab Casimir using
Yep.
as I command him with a bonus action to grab
Mm-hmm.
Casimir from the animal companion, and also drag Casimir around the corner.
Okay. Sure. Casimir's just being dragged along by random animals.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
Yep. Well, I look for my
Uh,
actual token for the beast because it was supposed to be set up, but it didn't go through.
Alright, Rahadin will get to their feet, using half their movement. Yes, Cam?
Hello. Sorry, just in regards to a conversation that we had a little while ago. My spells, did we actually add the ones that I was missing that we discussed?
We didn't add the I don't recall you actually giving me the list in the end, did you?
So I had a dimension door, a
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I remember the
banishment is
ones.
already
Yeah,
on there, but I'm not sure if that's because it was already on there.
that's
I
one.
apologize.
That's one of the spells you've got from Netheron himself.
Oh,
I've
okay.
dragged Dimension Door on, so you should see it. Let me just get the others for you.
So I need to choose 3 more spells because
Yeah, I
if I
think
have
it was Armor Bag Fist.
yeah.
Um,
Which is it really useful without more Shadow and Moil?
which you can get. So
What, Shadow and Moil?
yeah, it's a 4th level spell. You have access to it,
So I can take both of those.
and yep, I put it on your list
Beautiful. So I just need 1 more spell.
based on. God damn it! I don't. Wait back.
There you go. There's what Aster's Beast of the Spirit looks like. Beast of the Air looks like.
Level 4.
Cool. Yeah, so it's all in your packed magic now on your sheet.
Gotcha. So I just need 1 more spell, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I'm just waiting to get back onto the OneDrive because it's for some reason wanting me to log in, but we'll get to that. We'll do
worries.
Rahadin's turn whilst
That's all
that's
fine,
going
yeah.
on. Yep. So Rahadin will. What will Rahadin? He's only got half his movement left, so he's only got 15 of movement. Could do that. Hmm. Yeah, that would be dangerous right now. What's that? Does he? Yeah, that'll work. He's gonna use his bonus action to Misty Step back onto the back of Bucephalus. And then from the back of Bucephalus, he is going to use his turn to try to grapple. Actually, do I have a better way of doing this? No, that would probably be the best way. Yeah. Going to attempt to grapple Katia. You need to roll me an athletics or acrobatics check. You do not have to roll high to beat him.
Considering it's within 10. No, it's not safe. Never mind.
Yeah. So.
Considering it's within
Just
10
a
feet of
strength check?
Octavian.
A strength saving throw?
Strength or
Athletics or acrobatics check.
whichever you're better at.
Athletics then.
Okay.
Normal. Right?
Yep. Yeah, you're able to easily. For some reason I didn't see the result, but I saw the actual dice roll, so that's enough.
It crashed Foundry when I did that, so that's probably why.
Fair enough. I saw
so well
enough.
too. It was doing so good too.
Yeah, and then Bucephalus will. That's an action.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's Rahadin moved within 10 feet of the beast.
That's true. Yeah, I'll do that. And it's this. Rahadin. For some reason, the cat doesn't have the actual stats on. This is not the summoned one. I'm gonna have to resummon it because that's not the summoned one. Let me try resummoning that because this was working.
It's using Octavian's save, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't. Didn't actually use it for some reason. It used DC 0.
Weird.
And why didn't that prompt me to? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's try that again.
James, I have the last spell that I'm just going to message you now.
Okay. There we go. Fails to say if he takes the damage.
There you go. Why not?
Okay, going for. Oddly fitting in a weird way.
Yeah, I know.
And they drag that one on because I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I tested works. There you go. That on your sheet.
Beautiful.
Right, with that in mind, what will Bucephalus do? Because they can't really get to you properly at the moment. Actually, what initiative? Yeah, okay, that'd be fine. Yeah, I guess Bucephalus will stomp on Katia's head.
Ah!
Or attempt to.
Yee.
And I think even with, let me just check. Yeah, even with max roll on the woe dice, that can't be counted. So, and then,
Luckily, Katia had a
Well-
lot of temp HP.
yep.
Mhm.
And then it's Octavian's turn, who I'm guessing will, for their first thing, stand up from prone.
Bucephalus takes also a dex save from the
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, Octavian can actually move the cat to where it can hit all the enemies within this one round.
That damage for that is not right.
Why is it tracking a D10?
I don't know. Let me just look at this quickly. I really don't know where it's subtracting a D10 from. Bucephalus just have something that's stopping it? No.
Chris, help!
Hmm?
I don't know why. For
What?
some reason, the conjure animals did 3d10 plus 1 minus 1d10.
I don't know, but ever since you changed it, it fucking balked. So you should have just left it as a target thing, and then
It was working when I tested
Also
it. It's
autosave.
changed. I'll fix it later.
oh, that's not mine. Whatever you did to it, it's in your hands now. I just simply set it up as it makes a save, like you target a bunch, make save, no damage on save. It was the
think
easiest method.
Misha, you are planning on saving Katia, so I think Octavian, the best thing for him to do, since he stood up, is to
Yeah.
move his cat to where it will get one attack off on all of the enemies, and then dash and just get around the corner back with the rest of us.
That makes sense. Oh,
So
help. Bye, Chris.
So where we're moving it to?
So it's going to be here. It would then be moving back. So basically it's moving across where all of them would have to take the deck save, and then these ones in the
Like
back
to
would
there?
also. Yeah.
There's one is here as well, right? Or
Yeah.
And it's not going to get all of them, but it could get those 3 or these
I mean,
5.
yeah. Let's hit these 5. So they
It's
can
not
hit
going to hit Rahadin again from there.
if it was right here. Move one more up.
One more up. I see.
Yeah, that's the spot. And it would make all of them roll deck saves.
Okay.
But yeah, he can make them roll the saves and then dash to get around the corner.
So it can make them roll
Yeah.
the saves now.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I see what it's doing. I don't know where it's doing it. It's really annoying. Why? There you are. Now let's try that again. Okay. Just
That's some good rolls.
Yep. That's what it's doing. Okay. I worked out where I was getting that extra damage from. Right. So then Octavian then dashed to basically defense is what we said, which I think gets him like there or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Casimir should
Yes.
stand up,
Yep.
step out, and fireball this group of people.
Fireball. Yeah, fireball sounds good.
As many as of them as you can.
Yep. Damn it, I off of it. Just trying to aim.
Without hitting Katia, of course.
Yep. For some reason that reroll saves like twice. Did it do fireball twice?
I don't think so. Did it? It might have.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like
for
it
some
did.
reason it did it twice. That's weird.
Yep. Undo the second block. And
Keep in mind we can't see the bloody condition anymore, so if there's anything going on that end, just let us know.
yeah. Well, none of them really took any, well, Bucephalus and Rahadin, who weirdly didn't seem to get targeted by that, but it doesn't matter because, no, wait, he gets fire resistance, not fire immunity, so I'll roll his dex save. I have no idea why it didn't target him. He might have just, but with where it'd actually be, he probably would be in it, so. Dex save. He'll probably be fine.
Still
Yeah,
half
he's
dead.
fine. So he takes half damage and then half again. So it was 26, so 13, 7. Yep. And then he'll just duck back round the corner. And then we bring it up to Greed's turn.
Cool. So I'm actually gonna use what? Oh wait, no, I can't. Hold up. Can I finish my turn on Wover Space?
I don't believe you can.
No, I don't think you can.
You have to be able to you can move through.
Cool. I am going to move. Fuck. Why, Wover? Why? Oh wait, it's your turn next. Okay, so I'm gonna say.
My turn next.
pull back in, and I'm going to hold.
Mm.
No, I can't hold a spell.
You can.
Are you concentrating?
No, as in the spell that I want to do, I can't hold. So I'm just gonna hold Eldritch Blast. Because
You were prone, so you won't have all of that movement. You would have had to use half of it to get up.
Sorry. Okay. So about there. Side bottom.
Yeah.
Stairs? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's irritating. Yeah, just gonna hold Eldritch Blast. If anything crosses this threshold, then I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. Let me put you on the that one. It's the ready action. Also, you are concentrating. So what are you concentrating? Hex.
Oh, Hex, apparently.
No, I don't think you've got anyone actually hexed at the moment. So
I thought I used that ages ago.
probably did. So I will break your concentration on that for the time being.
No problem.
Right. So that's your turn.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, Misha, you're up.
Wover, get Katia.
Okay, Wover will do so.
And then, how fast are they again? Okay, 30 feet. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is your beast flying?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna sit up straight, and
Yep.
then I fill the hallway with the light of the burning sun.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to do this. Let's use you as the. No, wait, which one did I say was the leader?
Was it? I need this one to see. Could I have moved? What's the range again? 60 feet?
I think so.
Oh, it's even 120. And then I move it 60 feet. In that case,
You're putting it there.
putting it right on here.
The entrance itself, yeah.
Now the where Olga is.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
You could use your you could use your no, you can't use your action.
Now my action was Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Argus will fly back. Can
He might-
Argus fit through the
Yeah, I'd
thingies?
say they can.
Oh.
I'll just drag them through.
Can they attack through the wall? Through the... If they
Yeah, it's
can,
an arrow
they
slit.
will hold their sting attack for when people passing through.
It's probably going to need to be a ranged attack for going through, I think.
They don't have ranged.
Yeah. Right. That your turn then?
That's our turn.
Okay. Olga's turn. He will roll against the moon.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Fails
fail.
the save. But then will rapidly sliver forwards. At which point your blast goes off. Because I think you can see them now, agreed?
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to unleash your Eldritch Blast upon her.
You're
Reed?
muted, Cam.
Sorry, thank you. Yes. As soon as she reaches the threshold, I say, bye-bye! Back up you go.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Get her out.
And
Get
Oh,
her
fucking
out.
hell. Big damage.
and you knock her back.
Into the moonbeam.
Boop, boop.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Olga who?
but Moonbeam only triggers once, so then
Mhm.
and then she just moves back basically the exact same distance.
And I do it again.
She has quite a bit. You can't, but. She would probably have enough space for this, I think. Yeah. It's not meant to be a. It's not use, is it? I just need to check this thing stat block. No, it's not. Super use. I need. That didn't actually work at all, did it? Why
Wait.
this suck? I'm gonna drag that back onto a sheet because it didn't seem to work. Mister, come here. Nope, not Mister anymore. I need the wizard's list. I think it's on their list.
Wait. I'm confused.
No, actually, no. This is a different thing. This isn't a spell.
Oh.
This is. It's called the same as the spell, but it's not the actual spell. And it is a recharge thing. Okay, but it didn't actually do what it's meant to do. Stupid thing. Did it is. Region of flavor cone details. Recovery there. Activities effects. Activation time consumption. Targeting. Cone 30 feet. No, it's not one creature. It's creatures. Let's try that again. Okay.
Luckily, everyone who that can reach is
Mm-hmm.
within 10 feet of Misha.
Yeah, but for some reason it's not targeting people properly, and I don't know why. Let me just have one last look at this to see if I can see why it's doing that. 1933 range. Solo special targeting. Every creature. Okay. Right. So, not sure why this isn't actually doing the targeting. But it's gonna, for some reason, successfully target Katia and Greed, but no one behind them. Work
How
that one
big
out.
is?
It's a 30-foot cone, so we'll also get Misha, Wova, and the Spirit, but it won't go around the corners and hit you two.
Okay. I can't select the spirit anymore for some reason. But
Might be a refresh thing.
all of the everyone would get a
What's
plus.
+5?
Yeah, +5 because of Misha.
It's the aura stopped working again.
Again.
some reason it rolled it twice for Greed and Katia. So under
Yeah, it's
half
given
that
me the
damage.
option to roll for Katia. which is-
Yeah, ignore that. Okay, so it's done that. Yeah, so I need a I'll do a con save for the bird, I guess.
Yep, I'm refreshing because I can't select it.
Right, so it's a 14. Everybody, I think, passes. So it'll be half damage. So take 10 damage. Greed, Bird, Wover, and Misha, and
Unless you're resistant to poison.
which I Greed might be.
Greed might be.
Oh no, wait. Resistant to poison.
I don't think to poison. I think it's only to fire.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, resistance is to fire.
Sorry. It's 11 damage, not 10 damage, sorry.
Cool.
But I'll put your because it's some damage, but then
I may recast Summon Beast just to see if that'll fix it for us.
minus 2.
That did. Okay.
Did you apply the damage to Greed? Or do I need to do it? Sorry.
I can do it. Sorry, I thought it was going to be automatic.
No, it's because this particular ability isn't working properly for some reason.
No worries, I've just added it now.
That was that action. They could do that, but would there be a point to doing that at the moment? No reason to that at the moment. Katia, I would assume you would like to stand up at the beginning of your turn.
Yes, I'm gonna get up.
You are quite badly injured, and as Olga is damaged by the moonbeam, she goes, "Do you really think the moon can harm me?" That was more towards Misha, who cast the moonbeam, but still.
Well, it did seem to hurt.
Merely a moon tan.
That doesn't even make sense. Okay. She's badly injured, and I need to get the fuck out of this hallway. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna use my dash to try to
Okay.
get distance away from her
You can get
and
around
from
the
the
corner.
door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get around the corner.
Okay, so that's your
That
action,
is-
and then
You can
Anything
recharge
else?
your temporary hit
temp hit
points.
points.
Yeah, I got it. I'll do my temporary hit points
Cool.
on myself.
Oh, good roll too. Almost max.
And I think that's all I can do. Because I dashed.
Yep, that is you for this turn. Okay, so Earth Elemental 1. Take some damage from the moonbeam.
That is a success, so half damage.
Yeah. Took half the damage. Then yeah, and it's 33 movement. Yep. So feel like it's greed.
Oh boy.
And a punch.
Ow.
And another punch.
Fucking 2 attacks. Yep. Ow.
And that's that one's turn. Okay. This one actually gonna dash off this way. Interesting. Think fun. Oh no, that was the wrong one. Sorry. Come on back to where it was. Yeah, this one's gonna start doing that. And then it's time for the cavalry.
Stream, it keeps on popping over it, so I have to do this.
So the barbarians hear us shouting.
Yep. And they've also heard something rumbling from outside, so this one's gonna ready their attack for if it comes close. And the final Earth Elemental is this one. Well, I think join its. Why does sometimes you give me the measurements and not always? Really bugging me. Like that. There we go. And then we are back to the top and Aster's turn.
Hello. I will step out and first thing with my actions, I will go ahead and go for
This one's looking fairly injured, I'll say. And is also being sundered. I don't remember that happening, but probably happened before.
I think it was because I had shot a crossbow bolt at it.
Yeah, that still misses.
It's fine. I'll go for another thunder then.
That hits.
I will have Tarnish infuse my strike.
That shouldn't do the +5, right?
Who didn't? I don't
Is it-
believe.
Because you've used Sunder, so I'll give them the extra 5 back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
And that's an extra stack of Sunder, which...
and then using my beast, I'm going to have it use its attack to grapple Greed and pull Greed back to safety.
Thank you.
Yep.
So put Greed like up here.
Yep. I see why that's not working. That's the old thing.
But yes, I can't move Greed, so you could either move yourself Greed or Gamemaster can. But you would be like up here.
Where do you want me to move to? Sorry.
Like right here, like out of danger. And then Tarnish is going to sort of heroically like run forward in a completely sort of different cadence, and is going to, as Aster like nods to them, is going to make a attack for once.
No, that didn't work. What the fuck is that?
I think it's considering. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that would be my turn.
Second. Yep. Okay, so that's your turn.
I would also step back out of danger.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and Rahadin's turn. Ooh, what is Rahadin to do? That's an interesting one. See, calculations all. Rahadin, I suppose. What will Rahadin do here? Question. I suppose he's going to order Yusef. No, not the cat as well as him. They're going to retreat back a number of feet. They were nowhere near the moonbeams. Don't lie to me again. They were outside the moonbeam, like literally the square next to it. So, no. And then I guess for his attention, I think he's just going to hold his action. But Bucephalus on their turn is going to do something. So, from your supervision,
Supervision is no longer active because I'm concentrating on Moonbeam.
I didn't realize that was a concentration thing. Then you don't
Detect-
notice this. Yep. Okay. Octavian.
I think he will move up here to just to make sure that he can see down the hallway, and then he'll move his cat into the hallway.
Okay. So move the cat into the hallway, like there, I guess. That's what we'll do for now. Which will then get Olga and the Earth Elemental.
No one else near the entrance?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, they like if they want to try to find another leeway, that's fine on them.
Sorry, we just confirmed no one was outside anymore.
Mm-hmm. Or no one got affected by the cat.
Ha.
They're probably trying to. The barbarians heard something over on this side, so they may be trying to go around, but they're also going to be experiencing a conflict on around that side, so it's. But yes, and then Octavian would go back to safety. Why is the game pausing?
Yep. I don't know. I didn't do that.
Is it Casimir's turn?
It is.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what Casimir has left. I can't see his sheet, so.
Yeah, Casimir will pop his head round the corner. And I guess at this point he does not have a lot left, so he will try to, I guess, chip away at the Earth Elemental, because that seems to be a big problem. He'll duck back over here. Greed, you're up.
Yeah, that threw my entire plan out the window. For a second time. I'm just gonna hit the big thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bonk. I think I have to move slightly.
Okay, and you're knocking it back, I assume?
Yeah, I'll knock it back.
Okay.
Wait, is that in the Moonbeam? Oh,
Nope.
no.
One square away.
Yeah, just out.
I mean, you
What
can
if
move
I
the
knock it
Moonbeam
back
down.
twice?
That was knocked back twice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my turn there.
Okay. Okay. No. This one is pretty um, pretty battered.
Anything else, Creed?
Again?
Say again, sorry.
Was there
Anything
anything else
else?
you wanted to do, Creed?
No, no, no. I said that's my turn.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Misha.
I'm gonna move my moonbeam.
Okay.
Have fun. Rover is gonna sit there gently, and I'm gonna move a step away. And Argus is gonna dash.
Yep.
Sorry, 25. Hey, help. Why does it not work?
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to
I'm
move
trying
through the door.
to move with the ruler. Okay, here.
Argus just trying to get vision on the other.
Yeah. Where's the
Conflict.
entrance again?
It's right here.
Okay, if can I use? Oh, that's an action.
Yeah.
If anything, they would say something. If they can warn the group, they would say Rahadin is being mean.
Okay.
Being mean?
Yes.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
Which then would that your turn?
Yes. I don't have a bonus action available. Wait, do
Okay,
I?
then we'll bring. So, because turn while she look at that. Why didn't I roll that at advantage? She's meant to roll at advantage for that, so I'm gonna re-roll.
Mm-hmm. That's still a failure for 4
Yeah, so
whole damages.
Yeah, she didn't. You didn't roll particularly well for that, but she will charge her way forward. I guess we'll see if she gets this back, just to see. She does not. Yeah, 2 bite attacks. I mean, there's things in the way. Yeah, you're not really in the way, but the big doggy is. Okay, that was
Is that poison automatic?
seems to be just part of the damage. It's not like an additional effect or anything.
Weird. Usually a big damage spike like that is some sort of save.
And then she has. So has 20 feet of her movement. She has 20 more. When the party have been injured so far, what which member of the party did Katia react most strongly to getting injured?
In
Her
general,
father.
Yeah, Taylor?
Besides Casimir?
Or including Casimir, just in general, like which member of
Oh,
the party, other than yourself, has you reacted the most to getting injured?
Misha, I think. Besides Casimir.
Yeah, because I think as she gets to here with her movement, she can't. Or can
Does that
she?
provoke an attack of opportunity from Tarnish?
Does Tarnish get attacks of opportunity?
he does. He has reactions.
Then yeah, it would. I'll put it back there so you can target them. It's 20.
Hmm.
No, Tarnish is too afraid. Tarnish just doesn't.
Yeah, in which case she's gonna go for Misha, I think.
Of course you would ask
You
me that.
seem to like this one, don't you, Katia? Well, then I guess I should remove them. As she attempts to bite into, going particularly for the neck, but blocked by Misha's armor. Katia, you're up.
Ah, shit. Oh god, what do I do? Do I have any I think ugh, sorry. Do I have any I guess the best thing, okay, sorry. Calm down. Can you tell me what spells I have available right now?
Yeah, I can. So you've got Cure Wounds, Fairy Fire, Shield of Faith, Sleep, but Enhance Ability, Moonbeam, See Invisibility, Aura of Vitality, Beacon of Hope, Dispel Magic, Leomund's Tiny Hut, Mass Healing Word, Revivify, Spirit Guardians.
Healing
Can
would
I
be
do
nice.
last healing word?
Do we need? I guess it would be
Don't-
helpful.
Yes.
I'm low, so is Greed, so is someone else. And Misha's being
Yeah.
attacked right now.
I am nearly full health.
Yeah.
Greed
But
is
myself, Greed.
hurting,
and then-
sure.
Tarnish, the Bestial Spirit are probably the only ones that I can see that are not nearly full. Though Casimir, I'm sure, could be topped up. I don't know how many people you target with that, but
an extra one, I guess. I'll just.
So I want to be.
So
I
you can
want.
see.
My goal is just to try to heal everyone who is injured. That's why I said mass healing word. But if you think there's a better spell for what I want, then
No, Mass Healing
Yeah.
Word's a good one. I've cast it on pretty much everyone you could see that was injured.
Yep.
You still have your action, because that's a bonus action.
oh boy, can I?
Move to Olgren Thwacker with your mace.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
with the bonus action. Oh, that was
No,
your bonus.
action.
Yeah.
Bonus action is the healing words.
Guys,
Yep.
I got it. Yeah, she's gonna go up and she is going to be like, because Molga's never seen her with this mace, not even with a weapon before. So I just imagine, like, maybe I can kind of catch her off guard a little bit with it, but I don't think that's more for flavor, I guess.
Well, you can move round and flank them technically, so.
Yeah, that's what I want to do,
Um,
is I want to catch her off guard.
ooh.
I'm gonna whack her.
Fortunately, she, without even turning round, catches you in one of her additional arms, just catches the mace in place. Pretty little things like you shouldn't have toys like this.
Oh, you think I'm pretty?
She seems to almost convulse weirdly as you say that. That's your action, your bonus action, and your movement. So we'll move on to the Earth Elemental, who can't really get to you guys, but will immediately take kitty cat damage.
I'm sorry. I had to. When she said that.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, a second. That's why I removed the wall. Oh, kitty cat finishes off that Earth Elemental.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so that brings us to Earth Elemental number 2. Who will charge at this new target they have.
That is the most Destiny botch I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even know why they had advantage, but it's because these creatures don't have proper vision. That's why. But yeah, this wolf apparently is not used to fighting in the dark out here. So it gets a double whack, but not enough to bring it down. This Earth Elemental, which I think is this one. Yeah. Continuing on its merry way with what it's doing. And now for the Berserker and their groups. Actually, no. This one moved into her range, so she would have got her readied action as she swings down her great axe at it. Unfortunately, she doesn't have dark vision, so she is struggling out here.
Would one of them have... I guess they were hiding, so one of them might light a torch on their
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, they're all sharing a turn, so she'll call back and just be like, also, this is the wrong one. This isn't the one that's meant to be riding the wolf, but oh well. Their lead one will be like, light a torch, Bjorn. First name that came to mind, and he will light up the night. As part of his turn, which, excuse me, he said, light up the night. You now should be showing and have light out here. No, it just didn't save my change. Save my change. Thank you. Right, now she will do the insane thing, the Wolf Rider. She will reckless. And will swing her mighty axe. Which didn't roll with advantage, but minimum damage roll. Let's see if she would have crit. Wow. Really
Guess
wanted
the
that one
19.
to okay, the others will charge round and begin their own reckless swings at it. Aha.
Oh! Oh!
Then, can any of the others actually get around? Technically, yes, by moving through her square. So again, with vigor. Yeah, it didn't roll with advantage, so I'll just re-roll that attack. Minimum damage, but they're chipping it away. There's quite a few of them.
A
This one
swarm of
can't.
barbarians.
This one can't quite get around. But maybe does she have something else? No. So she's gonna charge round as well. As well, this one. You've kind of got this elemental surrounded on. There's 6 of them currently on it, apart from the one guy who's just sort of standing at the back with a torch. The Earth Elementals will charge their way in and start trying to fell some berserkers. Actually misses the first berserker. Oh no, wait. What? Why is that armor undefined?
I can check my notes.
No, it's
See what
because
berserkers are at.
nah, these have 13, which so that would have hit. Because these are older tokens, when the updates happened, it's put their armor weird for these. It's basically put them as having an effect for their armor rather than their actual armor.
Ooh.
Mm.
So, there's a couple of them. Weirdly, the gladiator one didn't have that on them. Aster, you're up.
Okay. I will move in tandem with my bestial spirit of the air as it goes and flanks Olga. I will do my attacks first. And then 2 extra attack. Three Nick. And dual wielder. Which with puncture, that would be a crit. No, we did it properly. Good.
Yep, you've just done an amazing amount of damage, Joan. She lets out a scream of agony.
And then on the other side, my spirit, as it's flying by, is going to also make an attack.
And that's your turn?
Tarnish does, because I didn't command them with the bonus action, they automatically do the dodge action.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
I'm just going to do...
Yep.
So...
That's where I messed up. Clover should have dodged. Damn it.
Odin will reappear and will activate his bonus action ability. Deathly Choir. Actually, he would position himself. fail. Oh no, one berserk succeeded. That one. What does this do? The alt. I guess this one isn't set up. 11 psychic damage to the mole. Apart from that one. Credit roll. And this was like. Okay. And that big wolf. Eesh. That's a big blow on their part. Not quite dead, but still. Yeah, that's sort of that, and that was his bonus action. So now he will. Yeah, he's gonna. This one would have attacked with advantage on that. So, yep, he will attack it with advantage. Advantage. Yeah.
Min damage, at least.
Yep. And I'll just roll 2d20 to see if either of those would have crit. Nope, neither would have crit. That's his turn. That'd be Cephalus's turn. Potentially put himself in a riskier position here, but Octavian, what do we want Octavian to do?
I can't see his sheet, so I'm not sure.
Considering he knows there's bigger things about, I might just have him javelin Olga. Or guiding bolt.
Javelin makes sense.
Javelin makes sense, and the guiding bolt, isn't that with disadvantage?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, it's only 7 throws, cool.
No idea why that was a disadvantage, but I will.
That would have been a crit.
Yes, it would
That's a
have.
puncture.
Yep, so I'll roll an extra d8 of damage. So down to 9. Oh, she is looking very badly injured right now. And then he will, as part of his movement, I guess. How far can he move this? When you move when you can move up to 30 feet. Oh, because about to get some kitty cat damage.
Taylor's in the bathroom. If Olga dies, it'll be.
Yeah. She does have advantage on this.
That's still
That is not
still.
enough. She is still standing, but barely. I want Taylor to come back for a moment before I do this next thing.
I feel like Casimir's about to do a Molly Weasley. Get away from my daughter, you son of a bitch. Oh, get away.
Casimir is going to move up next to her. Or would he? I mean, you pierced her quite a bit. He's going to try. No, actually, you know what? He'll keep his distance. He's a wizard. He's not dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, it's going to have to do it. I can't delay the entire time. The moon may not be able to hurt you, but let's see if you can burn like the devil you are.
Ooh.
And with that, he brings her down to death's door, which I don't know how to do the thing automatically for, so...
She's at 0, but
She's
she's
on-
still alive.
Yep. She falls down prone. Heavily
Mm.
injured. Burning. Screaming out. Reed, you're up.
Well, there's bloody nothing here, is there?
I mean, she's still
barbarian.
alive. She's on death's door, and then the barbarians are fighting something outside, but it's further away.
I'll leave that to you guys. I'm gonna see if I can get any eyes, because that's the hole in the wall, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the hole that we entered in.
Can
Mm-hmm.
I not see anything from this?
No, nah, they're further
No,
around the corner.
This is where Arcus is, and Arcus can barely see the stuff.
What, over here?
It's
Yeah.
all the way over here.
Yeah, like down here, sort of thing.
Okay.
So you'd have to go there,
Yeah.
and
Well, I'm
then
definitely
there,
not gonna
and
do
then you'd
that.
be able to see this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action for an Eldritch Blast if anything unsavory comes around that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Misha then.
I am just gonna finish Olga.
Go for it.
Bonus action. Unsheath the swords.
Yep. Instant crit, 2 failures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And with that, how would you like to finish off Olga, I suppose? Describe your killing blow.
First hit, I will quote unquote disarm her.
Yep.
This is for fighting Strahd to Kresk. And then second hit, decapitate, and this one is for hurting Katia.
I'm so glad I came back to this.
Good.
Yeah.
We waited just long enough.
And as she dies, as her head rolls away from her body, her face will look up at you and go, "She'll never really love you, you know." And then die. That your turn?
Everyone else looks to be quote unquote okay. I will move.
The question is it better for us to join them this way, or is it better to try to move?
I think personally sandwich them.
Okay, yeah.
Hammer and anvil stuff.
We will have to wait for your turn to come around again with the moonbeam.
Yeah, fair.
Katia then. the body of your last bully is now decapitated, armless, on the floor.
Sorry, my mouth is full.
Mhm.
She doesn't have time to process all of that. So,
Hmm.
for now, I can't really see with the stream view, the enemies, outside the
Yep,
door.
They're all
Yep,
over here right now.
they're over here somewhere. They're not just outside the door.
It's kind of hard to tell with the stream. I can't really
Yeah,
tell
because
where anyone's
as
at.
as a character, you wouldn't be able to know.
Okay.
You don't know for certain.
She is going to we're gonna try to kind of continue with the plan, and she's gonna run into that that room in the down.
So
essentially.
run over here, I would suggest.
By
Because that's
that
the
room, do you
direction-
mean the room with the barbarians, or
Yeah, that
The
or following Misha.
yeah.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
move you down to follow Misha. Obviously, their moonbeam's currently in the way, and I don't think that can differentiate between allies and enemies, right?
The only
it
thing Misha could
doesn't.
do that would stop is he can choose to drop concentration on the moonbeam, and that would let us move through it. But that's not
yeah?
that's not a turn thing. He can choose to drop it anytime.
And I want to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
That can happen. Let me do that.
Yeah. Feel free to do that. And whilst you're doing that, I will move on to the Earth Elemental's turns. Yes, Earth Elemental will turn and swing its large rocky fists at one of these berserkers. That's meant to be an advantage. Why is it not prompting me like it does for everything else? Still misses. Oh, okay, that is gonna swing its rocky fist again.
I believe it's either Control or Alt. You can click to.
Yeah, it used to be Shift, but that doesn't seem to want to be working. But okay, that one's done a blow. This one. Okay, then the Berserker's turn. Yes, Berserker will start things off. So and will once again swing recklessly. At disadvantage, not advantage, but it was the same either way. The rest of the barbarians are just going to take their swings.
Gosh.
Yep.
Ah.
Two crits in a row.
Yep. Can I keep up the streak?
Triple crits. Triple crits.
Get him.
I mean,
The
that's
max-
technically a crit fail.
Yeah. Okay, just one more on that one. And then... So hit. They're cutting their way through that one. But their leader, who raises up her spear, turns to Rahadin atop his horse. Let's see. Spear.
Mm.
Spear. Spear.
Get him.
And this other earth elemental, I guess, will get into a proper flanking position and try to crush this berserker, I guess.
Oh no. But almost minimum on a crit.
Yep. Oh, that should have technically been with advantage, so I'll roll a d20 to see. But
Roll a D crit. Roll a D crit.
that one is very badly injured. Aster, you're up.
Would you be willing to drop a moonbeam for me, Misha?
Mm,
It's the difference of me getting involved this round or another round.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna drop concentration.
Okay. Moonbeam's gone. Aster.
Okay, my bird is going to fly over me, use its attack to grapple me, and pull me 30 feet.
Okay.
Basically, just imagine Aster, but this thing is like making it look like they have wings. And then Aster's gonna step out with another 20 foot of their own movement. And don't worry, Tarnish will also just follow.
Let's get him, boss.
Why do you sound like Argus?
Yeah. Let's loot all their bodies.
And then I will. How far does that go? Let me. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I'll move my other 20 feet. And I will. I will look at Rahadin. And he's gonna get my recast of Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
And then I will. Let me adjust the Sunder version real quick, just so that it's not dealing my.
Yep.
best way? You know what? I'll just give it a -5 bonus. It's the easiest way to do this, so. And then because Tarnish is within 30 feet of me, he can infuse strike it.
Yep.
So he gets sundered first,
Yep.
and then my second attack will come out.
That didn't apply Hunter's mark damage, I don't think. Because
It did not.
I've just rolled it quickly just for. Yep. Go for the second strike, I guess. Again, it didn't apply Hunters, so roll a d6.
How's Rahadin looking?
Oh, he's looking very badly injured. Very badly.
And that's my turn.
So badly, in fact, that on his turn, he will say, "It appears mistaken that you are more powerful than I initially anticipated. I can see why my master has so much interest in you. I shall deal with you later." And with that, him and Bucephalus, takes steps on the ground in front of itself, and then almost in like a DeLorean style, like flaming trail, they vanish.
That's a coward. Katia doesn't say that, but Katia does not say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
Casimir can't really do a lot, so he's just going to chill back here and Greed.
Hello. The fighter's on the other side of the planet to me.
Well, you do have one way to get out there if you really wanted.
Ah, not wasting a spell slot. I'm gonna quickly see. Oh, come on. Fuck. How far was that? 19, 20, 25. Oh no, that was 25 feet. I guess action dash.
Yep. Even then, you can't really see a lot with your vision. At your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Misha, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, cool. What is? Why are they so far away?
Yep, it's proven an annoyance for me as well. Just to try to get round, to try to flank you. This place is not ideal for it.
It's not ideal to ambush people coming out of a defensible location.
Yeah. I
Must
should
have been
have gone
Olga's
for something
idea.
like.
We never said that Olga was smart.
I should have gone for something like air elementals or something that could actually just flow through.
Also, who said our enemies were actually smart?
Fair enough.
I'm not going to throw the intelligent enemies at you. That'd be unfair to the party.
I mean, Rahad made the correct decision. He left.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Fucking coward.
The cowards.
Coward.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. That is just in range.
Nice. Oh,
And I'm gonna use bonus action, harness divine power.
okay, and that's your turn.
That is my turn, yes.
And Katia, I'm guessing you're gonna basically move outside like the others, then try to dash towards them to get them into Spirit Guardians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, can I fly?
Flying, you don't have any extra movement whilst flying,
Okay.
but you
never mind.
can, but you can
Actually, yeah.
obviously
I would
be
like to.
Yeah, just slightly in the air, we'll say. Yeah, so you can get to there, which means you're almost there.
Okay.
Earth Elemental 1.
The color
Yeah, Earth
of
Element.
the color of my spirit guardian is not accurate, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll have to fix it again. All right.
They will probably. Yeah, let's try to finish off this berserk, I guess.
Eee.
Yeah, that berserker just got flattened.
I mean, he
And
went out in
then-
battle.
Yep.
This
At least they went outside.
That's true. They're like they're in the temple.
Oh god, yeah. Olga's soul is now being
Olga
devoured
is
by the temple.
forsaken.
Yeah.
Bye, Olga.
Bye.
Rotten hell, bitch.
Oh, she's not even going to get to that.
He's gonna be stuck in limbo or
They're gone.
wherever lost souls go. Yeah.
Gone.
Honestly, for Olga, it's kind of fitting.
She just got Kira devoured in Part 4 JoJo.
I don't. What?
She got pulled into not hell.
Right.
Mhm.
Berserker's turn.
Honestly,
Can
being
they
left
bring-
with her own thoughts for the rest of eternity sounds very fitting for Olga.
No, not that one yet. That one. Great Axe Swing. Bring down the Earth Elemental. The Berserker is really pissed off because he's just having to stand there holding a torch. Because otherwise they can't fight. He's probably been the most effective member of their group still.
It's like me during last session of Witchlight. I used calm emotions and then went into a extra dimensional space and spent the entire combat there.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yay!
brought down the Earth Elemental,
Yay!
Get him!
Nice.
which now means their leader can spend their turn
To move.
attacking the other Earth Elemental.
Oh. How? They were being cool when we weren't here, but now that the main characters show up, they have to start missing.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. The Shield Maiden who leads their group is doing work. This Earth Elemental's about to get moonbeamed.
That's a
About moonbeam.
success.
And then they're going to... See, these Earth Elementals were summoned, but they're dumb. but they're not so stupid they're gonna ignore their own mortality. So this one just burrows into the ground and retreats.
Is that combat over?
Not yet. Um, but it might as well be, because... no, well, I'm going to say yes. The other one has received word through tremor vibrations to also retreat, so I will say that's the combat over, because otherwise you're going to be waiting like 5 turns for it to get back round to you.
Sure.
Oh, wait, there's another entrance that I forgot. Where does this lead?
Where does what lead? Oh, that's not an entrance, that's just solid rock.
Hmm.
But for them, it's an entrance.
Well, speaking of being able to burrow through solid rock, I am going to go over and to the one that I hunter's marked, and I will do my post-combat survival check to get features from it.
For it.
I believe that would be plenty.
Yeah, so let me grab you an earth element, which, to be honest, is unlikely to come up again as a monster in this campaign, because...
You know what I'm gonna pick? You know what I'm gonna take from it for sure? I'm gonna take a burrow speed. That sounds fun.
It is a good one.
Because I get a movement, and I can't pick fly speed until 14, so...
You ended up in my Shrine of Moa-chan folder. Not that you are in my Shrine of Moa-chan thing, you just ended up in there when I was putting stuff. There we go.
But yes, thank you.
There you go. And with that, the combat is over. You have successfully managed to chase off Rahadin, defeat Olga, kill an Earth Elemental, the Berserkers killed another one, and the other 2 have retreated. So what would the party like to do now, I suppose, is the question.
I look at the Berserkers and nod at them like we've clearly shown our capabilities to each other already, but
yeah. The gladiator slams her like spear against her shield like 3 times, almost in like a salute to you as a group.
Katia will... Sorry.
Aster will call out, "We were about to head down the mountain. You all were preparing to go as well. Would you rather travel as a group? Better to travel together."
That seems smart, yes.
We should get
They seem possibly wary of Katia, as they can see the spiritual energy swirling around them still.
I will
have arrived.
drop the spell, and I will let myself go to the ground. But she doesn't stand. She will crumble to her knees, and just she's kind of having a little bit of a panic attack. I basically, not like full blown where she's like screaming, crying, but just kind of staring into the snow. Her body just not wanting to move the way that she wants it to. Now that the danger is gone, she's just kind of stagnant, I guess would be the best way to describe what she is right now.
Yeah. Possibly to add to that, which I didn't describe, when Olga died, you would have essentially seen almost like shadowy tendrils reach up from within like the ground and grab hold of her body, but then sort of just drag an energy away from it with almost the sound of swallowing.
After she doesn't calm down per se.
This isn't supposed to happen. They're not supposed to be down there.
She'll
Help.
get up.
Aster will
Spoilers.
call inside. It's safe, Greed.
Yeah, but
Help.
James,
James, help.
I can literally see all of the no-nos.
What's going on?
Yeah,
This
I don't
map
know
is
why.
being this map.
Yeah, this map is. You know what? At this point, considering you're sort of wrapping up and ready to go, I'm actually going to take you to the map of Barovia.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was.
that's
No, you can still do stuff here. I'm just going to take you to the map whilst it's no longer needed as a map.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Aster will send his bestial spirit like up into the air to at least like provide some recon for the hour it exists.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, Katia, what did you want to do before?
See, the thing I
believe-
wanted to do, I feel like would it be translate well, I guess, like from my brain to vocally. Can you see Ravenloft from pretty much anywhere in Barovia?
Not from here, you can't.
No.
The mountains would be in the way.
Her body
something...
is inside the temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she kind of calms down from her panic attack and she's able to be mentally and physically present, she brush off the snow off of her, go back inside. Can you show me the last rites scroll I have and what exactly it does? I just want to
So the
double check
last...
something.
So the last right scroll is a powerful attack spell.
Okay.
It
that case,
essentially
It's not
it's
what I
a
want to
beam
do.
of... Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
very dead.
thinking more something like a ceremony to like usher her soul into the next world, I would imagine.
Sort of, yeah.
Though you did just see her soul seemingly get devoured.
Yeah.
But I would say as you
I-
probably bend down to say your prayers over her body, as I'm imagining that's what you're doing for this, right?
Despite hating her, despite everything, she feels bad for her. I guess it would be pity, would be the word to describe it as.
Yeah.
We could have been sisters. Yeah. So continue.
As you're looking at her body and saying your prayer, perhaps through almost like some sort of exhalation upon death or something like that, what remains of her neck seems to shift and an amulet sort of shows itself. It's clearly an amulet of Mother Night. But more importantly, it is a very particular amulet of Mother Night. It is one that belonged to the Mother Superior.
oh.
She will take it.
Okay, and I'm going to have Casimir quickly roll something. Actually, roll goddamn well, you. Yes. Okay. Casimir quickly identifies this particular item. As an amulet of the devout.
What is it? What does it do?
This
Um,
from the Olga's like expectation, it feels like she stole it. Would that inclination be correct?
that does seem to be there. Yeah. So an amulet of the devout, Casimir will explain. Whilst you are connected to this through the power of the weave via the grace of Mother Night, you'll be able to channel your magic with more effectiveness, allowing you to hit slightly more often with your spells. So it gives a +1 to your spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. It's basically similar to what some other items like that. Most of the classes have one of these. But also, while you wear this amulet, you can use your Channel Divinity feature without expending one of the feature uses.
Oh hell
So
yeah!
it's basically, and normally this would recharge at dawn, but in this case, I'm going to say that it recharges at dusk.
Oh, we love that.
Because it just makes that little bit more sense. So yeah.
She looks to Casimir, who has no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
She was the one who told Strahd where I was.
And I'm glad I burnt her.
I'm glad she died here. I should never have to.
She won't hurt anyone ever again. I don't understand why she hated me. Other than my ears.
It is often difficult to know why people will act the way that they do. But at least now she will no longer be a threat. And we managed to drive off Rahadin.
For now, I have a feeling he's gonna be back. With backup.
Yes. Earth Elementals was unexpected, but considering the terrain, perhaps he hoped that they would be able to take advantage of that, but I think possibly Olga made her move slightly too soon, which forced their hand. They should have waited till we were outside and they could block our way back in.
Is Casimir saying that?
That's Casimir, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just gives them a look. Really?
Aster will like continue like, or they could have attacked us on the side of a mountain path, knocked us off the mountain.
She
Would
must
have been
be
much
anxious
more
about
efficient.
something. She must have been anxious
Yeah.
about something.
Or too eager for her, what she perceived as revenge or further punishment for you for whatever perceived slight she had against you.
Existing? She shrugged.
Sometimes that can be enough.
People keep saying I'm not supposed to exist. I guess she's one of the people. I really believe that.
Yes, well, now she's the one who no longer exists. Ironic, perhaps.
May Mother Night eventually forgive her.
Mother
Well-
Night may, but unless the dark powers that claimed her soul are destroyed, I would imagine her soul is lost forever.
Good. It's probably best. She'll look to the group. She's covered in blood. Like, I just imagine.
Yeah.
Is everyone all right? Does anyone need healing?
I am
Mm,
fine.
Dr. Creed.
I am hurting
Greed?
a lot.
Oh, she's gonna go over to Greed. And she is gonna do her cleric thing. So, boop, cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
let's get ourselves down out of this mountain range and someplace where we can get a drink and
like that.
reassess our options.
Sounds like an idea.
Blue water is the
the-
most central
Sorry.
location we could go. I suggest we head to Valaki.
I would like to return to Lucky, yes. And there, I would like a big drink.
Drink sounds fantastic about this time. And in fact, I'm going to ask for Octavian's jug, which is probably still filled with wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm just going to take a big old chug from it. And James, I would like to get some health back.
Ah, yes, because you have the amulet of the drunkard. That is true.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ah.
It is 4d4 plus 4.
Yep.
Oh, that's d6. Fucking 18 hit points, let's go.
Yep, that's a nice heal, and obviously Katia also did a cure wounds on you, so
Oh yeah,
I will roll that. And that doesn't automatically target her, so you know. So add another 12.
I think. Oh, that put me nearly at max, off by 1. So after you heal him and he downs this jug of wine, he just goes, oh, that's so much better.
Glug, 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 glug.
Aster will mildly tease Greed and go, "Oh, be careful. That one looks like it might scar." Oh, never mind.
As the party descend the mountain and eventually
Katia is quiet the entire cart
Yeah.
ride.
I'll say you're able to push through long enough that you can get to the tower where Ludmilla was
I
before
will.
you feel you need to take the rest.
I will knock on the tower, and if Ludmilla
with
is
you.
here,
The door is opened by the skeletal figure who gestures you in. Not Bloody Bones, the other skeleton. He invites you in.
I will walk up to Ludmilla and hand her the old sample of vampirism. and
Katia is
say,
right behind Aster.
This
Yeah.
was the best thing we found in there. It's a very old sample and may give you your best bet.
Ah, sample of ancient vampire blood. That could be highly useful in deciphering the genetic components and far enough back. With most cases of vampirism that we've dealt with, they are too diluted and too corruptive. This could be potentially the key. And then they will gesture to you.
A cipher page,
They
I
will-
presume, for her cipher.
Yeah.
Cipher
Mhm.
code. Okay.
And then they will look at Katia and be like, let me guess. Rahadin found you and he had a guest.
For a moment there, I believe that you were behind it. But I'm guessing not.
No, Rahadin, he, from my understanding, has certain spells active to allow him to keep an eye on the temple. He was likely aware the moment you entered and departed, ready to intercept you. I saw Bucephalus's trail flaming across the sky, but only for a brief moment, then they vanished, possibly into the ethereal.
Yes, he was there too. In his words, bring me home. Apparently.
Yes.
Apparently your husband missed me.
Yes, he likes to keep what he considers his property in their rightful places. After all, with you missing, his collection is not complete. Though even then, you are merely a paltry member of the collection compared to his true goal. Though I am surprised, with this particular, with your group of adventurers so far away, this would have been an ideal time to strike for Larky and take the other one.
Irina?
They couldn't get into. They
Rahadin
could, but he wasted his time with us instead.
Yes, it's
What?
unusual. I'm surprised.
Ludmilla. Why did he have one of my old sisters with him?
That
What do you know about Olga and her connection with him?
they began a correspondence, is my understanding, as part of the revealing of your location. She sent letters back and forth. I think perhaps she may have even had a desire for him, though Rahadin showed no interest in return. That may have driven her further into her madness upon her transformation.
Wait, interest in Rahadin?
Precisely.
Not. Huh? I thought she was. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that just really threw me off. That really threw me off so bad.
From my understanding, she always had a thing for pointy ears.
You're kidding.
Did she possibly approach you to date, and that's how all this started?
If she... No! The nuns... We swore an oath of celibacy when we took our vow. Romantic relationships were never allowed.
Why would you swear at celery? What's it ever done to you?
Celibacy.
Oh, that makes more sense. Take the cotton out my ear.
It's possible from a certain psychological perspective, because she couldn't get what she really wanted with you. She lashed out in other ways. So that's just a theory. I don't know her. And I only got a few glimpses at the letter she sent Rahadin, and they had a certain, what's the word? Almost like schoolgirl crush, I would say would be the right term.
She was trying to seduce Rahadin.
Seemingly.
I'm surprised she wasn't going for a more obvious answer.
No, I think something about Rahadin caught her attention. I don't know exactly what, but
Wait,
Wait. Well,
you're,
since
you're
Rahadin,
saying the reason why she tortured me because she was. Huh? She's closeted by panic.
It's quite possible that it may have been that her communications were originally with Rahadin. Rahadin being such a high member of the Lord's household, he may have just used her to.
Rahadin is one of the only people Strahd trusts to ride Bucephalus. In his stead, he travels across Barovia far more than any of us do. It would be possible that Rahadin would have been able to get the letter and review it, or perhaps Leaf gave it to them and he took it rather than giving it directly to Strahd. I know multiple letters were sent. There was definitely a correspondence before Strahd even began his move towards you.
What?
Well,
So she had contact with Rahadin and Strahd long before she even told them about me?
No, she corresponded multiple times, starting off with you, but then corresponding about other things.
well, this is a lot to think
Initially,
on.
initially discussing things such as your movement patterns, your personality traits, things like that, so that Strahd would know what to exploit. She seemed to know a great deal about your likes, dislikes, personality traits, etc.
Yes, we shared we shared bedrooms.
It seemed a bit more than that, almost like you were her hyperfixation, I believe is the right term.
Well,
Olga is dead now. In the temple.
Yeah. No great loss to the world.
No. She won't hurt anyone else ever again.
Though it would have been interesting to analyze the blood of one of the abbot's mongrel folk.
She looks to Aster.
I'm not the abbot's.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Besides-
surprised. It's you.
I think that dealing with what I am may lead Ludmilla down a path that they don't even want to follow.
Yes, it's more would be an idle curiosity. Though this vampire blood will be useful, other cursed blood could be. If I would imagine that at some point you will want to deal with the werewolves, being the heroic types you are. Should you deal with them, if you could get me a sample of their blood and leave it somewhere in Barovia, perhaps buried beneath a tree marked in with one of my sigils. She gestures to some of the ciphers. Then I will see that an appropriate reward is given to you. It will likely be something hidden within Ravenloft for you when you arrive there eventually.
We will take it into consideration as always.
And your silence, of course.
Of course. And the other blood type that would be useful, I suppose, would be hex blood from the hags. Particularly Baba Lizaga herself.
That name keeps
That's-
popping up.
Wasn't she the
Yes.
mother of the hex from the
Most-
windmill?
The most beloved of Mother Night, she would claim.
That is one way of thinking about it. She is one of the most powerful hags in existence. Her power perhaps even outstripping anyone else in Barovia, and I mean anyone. Her rituals involve soaking in the blood of animals to Mother Night and have supposedly given her a form of immortality.
What is with this sheer obsession with immortality? So many.
Death is an evolutionary weakness, and particularly for species such as my own that can't readily pass on our DNA through mere genetics. It's seeking
DNA? Do not agitate? What?
for those that can't have children, such as myself, due to our nature. As we cannot pass on that via blood and teaching our young, many will seek immortality so that we can continue our scholarly research or other pursuits long beyond what we should be able to.
You're insightful as always, Miss.
I do my best. The room is, of course, upstairs, prepared should you need it. I suspected you'd be back soon, so I had Bloody Bones try to tidy it up a little bit. Though, be careful for any of his eccentricities.
Of course. Will you be here when we wake, or are you going to head back to the castle to avoid suspicion?
I will have to head back. I will likely head back this night, as I do not wish to travel during the day, even though within Barovia in the mists, the sunlight is not of a particular detriment. It's still
Uncomfortable.
Yes. It makes me itchy.
I know what that's.
And with that, the party can all get a long rest.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that Katia will not rest.
You're not going to, not even a short rest?
Do you sleep even if you don't get the like even if you're stressed, it's Are you just not sleeping, or are you? Because long rest isn't even necessarily sleep in and of itself. You're a half elf, so
Half elves don't get trance.
oh, they
No, I
don't.
No.
The reason why I'm choosing for her not to sleep is because well, I kind of want to do a little roleplay, Roman, if you might indulge me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have her just probably find. I remember what the tower looks like. There's like these steps on the front of the tower. She'd
Yeah.
be sitting on those by herself.
Okay.
Aster would watch or sit down next to them.
Unless you tell them to leave you alone, I suppose.
No, she won't.
Yeah.
She's awfully quiet though for Katia. She's kind of doing the thing where she has like a lock of her hair, and she's just kind of repeatedly like moving her fingers like through it, kind of a very subtle self-soothing motion sort of thing, I would say. Or she's just kind of like playing with her hair.
You seem like you're overwhelmed, Katia.
I don't want to go to sleep.
You all need to sleep.
She looks to him. Feels like every time I try to sleep, I'll be interrupted.
I mean,
I haven't told you this or anyone else, but sometimes he talks to me in my dream. Either trying to get me back home, or trying to get me to forgive him, or to scare me.
he's cruel.
And if it's not him, it's the keeper of secrets. They're in my head. I can't face either of them. Either it's one nightmare or it's another. I just want to be left alone. I'm sorry. If I can guarantee that my dreams won't be haunted tonight, then I will rest. But until then, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult.
You need rest.
I'm sorry.
It is at that point that the door behind you opens and Ludmilla is standing there. She looks to Katia. I will be leaving shortly.
Right. She'll quickly get up, and try to wipe her face really quickly. Act like she wasn't just crying. Yeah, yes, of course.
You do not need to hide yourself from me, Katia. For one, I could hear you from upstairs. And no, that's not saying you're loud. I just have very good hearing. And as such, as a parting gift, here. And she will hand you a small potion vial.
What is it?
A potion of dreamless sleep.
I'll run an insight just to see if it's Ludmilla being
Yeah.
kind or Ludmilla.
Me too. Because she
Yeah.
could easily hand me poison.
Oh, sorry. Did I say potion? I meant poison.
I think it should be the other way around. Oh, so I say poison, I meant potion. Yeah. To help you sleep. And you'll never wake up.
She seems to be being quite honest in what she is saying. It is something I have taken myself at points. For want of a better way, it is almost akin to the dream spell, which allows someone to enter and speak to you via your dreams, except in this case it turns your dreams into a peaceful void where there will be no thought, just rest.
She just starts to cry. Any attempt to hide her overwhelmed, like, feeling just it's one of the moments where it's like when you finally get something that you really need and your body just kind of sobs in relief. You can't really control it, but because you're finally getting what you need, there's that kind of like release and but still overwhelming of emotion of you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
stumbling on my words.
It's what you need in this moment, and Aster will say it's just sort of like confirming, like, I can watch over you in case something happens, but I do not think Ludmilla means ill.
She is gonna hug her. Thank you. Thank you.
Consider it an apology. And with that, in a puff of smoke, she transforms into a black bat streaked with gold and flies off into the night.
She'll watch her fly off until she can't see her anymore. She'll look to Aster. Thank you for today.
I only try to protect you all. And that Ludmilla is very surprising. She may genuinely be worth working with, it would seem. She seems to have a wherewithal about herself where she would be willing to work alongside even hunters. She may find a place for herself if she is to continue this path.
I just hope she stays safe.
Me as well. I hope that she...
For today. And everything.
Get your rest. I can hold sentry.
We don't deserve you. And she'll go upstairs and she'll find she'll find a spot to sleep.
As you walk away, Aster will sort of put their hand on their nose and grin and go, "As just a fellow person who shouldn't exist,
Good night, Aster.
Good night.
Ah, so you don't sleep either. Well, that's excellent. That means
Oh,
we can converse all night long.
Fuck's sake.
I imagine in the morning the most haggard Aster that anyone in the party has ever seen.
He's still talking
But
too. You know?
I've just
I
received
think
a deep
Hmm?
dive lesson on the dark power.
I think as the party begin their travels down the mountains and preparing their journey back towards Valaki, at least I'm assuming that's when you're going, I think that seems an appropriate time to wrap up. It's a little bit earlier than normal, but rather than us getting into anything, that seems an ideal time to wrap up. So,
Yay! We did it,
yeah.
everybody! Katia did not get kidnapped!
We survived.
Yep, so thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. Join us tomorrow for Icewind Dale, Friday for the Temporal Tower, Sunday for the Icewind Trackers, Monday for the Jumping Junipers, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Hopefully with a full complement of our
Bye.
players. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!